Hi, I'm Dr. Rod Newton, and one of the things I do in my private coaching practice is coach people through the Living from Vision course and personalize it so that you can really optimize it for yourself right now in your life, what's happening in your life. The course is very powerful as it is, and taken in a class or done self-study, but when we can get in there and tweak it for exactly what you need now, it makes it even more powerful. And the course is based on a series of skills building exercises that systematically build your skill in using your mind to run your brain, to run your life. Your brain is a very powerful creating tool. But we haven't been trained in how to do it. Even if we have been trained, we still need to develop the skills systematically to be able to do it once you know how to do it. And then over time you build the capacity, so you get better and better at using your brain for creating. Now, the exercises that we laid out almost 30 years ago have withstood the test of time. They consistently, when people do them daily, develop those skills over time. It's weekly exercises. They change each week, build on the previous week, and by the time you're done, everyone who does those consistently gets the results of being able to use their brain better. Now, we can do that even more specifically. We'll use the same exercises, the same recordings and so forth, but we can individualize the program for you, streamline it, and make it even more powerful than it already is. If you know that this is something you're interested in, you can click on the button below and schedule a 15-minute consultation, because I want to make sure before we launch into something this intensively, I like to make sure there's a good match between what I'm offering and what you're needing. We'll explore in that 15 minutes at no charge where you're at in your life, what you're wanting, and what I do, and make sure that it's going to be a really powerful combination, and then we'll tell you what to do next to get started on this thing. If you want more information, I'll tell you more about the Living from Vision course and a little bit more about how I coach and what my coaching philosophy is and so forth. So first of all, it gives you the creating skills right up front. That's the knowledge part. That's the easy part, actually. Then you need to both build the capacity to use those and also shift the things that might be in the way of that. So for example, you have to learn how to deal effectively with the feedback life's giving you. That's the second week. Then the third week, you have to deal with your self-image, because we've created a self-image haphazardly, mostly through painful experiences in our life, that once you start exploring it, you see that there are things in there that you would not choose consciously. Now, your self-image is not you, but we can make up another self-image that's the way you'd like to have it made up. It's still not you, but it'll work way better when you start using your brain to create the things that matter most to you in your life. And after a week of practice at that, of really kind of releasing ideas about yourself so you can begin to experience who you really are on a deeper level, then we revisit your purpose in life, especially at this point in your life, because that's all colored by who you think you are. Once you drop deeper into who you really are, then you drop deeper into what's your purpose, and especially in this part of your life. Once you're connected with your purpose, and we work with that for a week, and we also, these exercises do an amazing job of getting you out of yourself. When you do these recorded exercises, they're designed to take you out of yourself, out of time, out of your circumstances, into the quantum space beyond that, in order to experience what it is you're hoping your creating will bring to you. So that once you experience that, you can bring that to your life, instead of trying to get your life to give you those experiences. Because that's really the essence of any kind of creating, is being able to create the experience in advance. This is what Olympic athletes do. This is what effective people do at any time. Whether it's conscious or unconscious, this is how the mind works. So we get you, in that week especially, out of yourself in the imagery state, imaginal realms, so that you can experience what it is you're hoping life will bring to you. Once you experience that, you come back with that, take that to what you want to create, and it's so much more effective. It's purpose-driven, it's based on what matters most to you, which you're able to then explore on deeper and deeper levels. And then in the 5th week, it ties it all together and emphasizes letting go. Because there's a letting go that has to take place. Once you set your intention, it also emphasizes co-creating. Because if we're doing it ourselves, we get locked into ego states that aren't effective. And they're not guided. So we need to co-create with divine guidance in such a way that it gets us out of ourselves. And we drop into deeper levels of what matters. We drop into the desire to serve, which is generally way more fulfilling than any of our kind of limited self-desires. So that's the progression of the course. That's what the exercises do to take you through that. And we've found consistently that when people do the exercises, they get the results of a much more fulfilling, much more satisfying life. Mostly they know how to function in life that much better. And so it's just easier. Somebody said that it was like their life became like stepping on one of those walkways at the airport. They're still walking, but it just was faster and more exhilarating and effortless in getting to where they wanted to go. So the beauty of the individualized coaching sessions is we can do interactive guided imagery. Now, that's different than the guided imagery where you just follow along. Like, the exercises are like that, and they're great. But even more powerful is when I can be in there with you in an interactive guided imagery, and you share something and I ask you a question based on that then leads to the next exploration. It's a lot like dreaming while you're awake. And the power of dreams, it's like a lucid dream while you're awake, where you can get messages from it, you can get information that will surprise you, you can get guidance from it, but you also can access resource states that are in there just waiting to be discovered. And normally we walk all around them and we miss them. But with this tool of interactive guided imagery, we can tap into that, and you'll have it available just effortlessly. One of the beautiful things that we've learned just from experience is that if you want to change, trying to change is often fairly counterproductive. And what we learned is exploring in this powerful way, just automatically things are released and they shift, so that you don't have to try to change to become the kind of person you want to become and to have the resources that you want to have available to you. All you need to do is explore like this. Things start to shift, and change happens just from the curious exploration. It's almost like our subconscious is wanting to go in that direction. Our brains are designed to work like this, but we don't know how to do it. And so we kind of stay in these self-limiting patterns that don't progress, that don't move forward, when it's very simple to step out of them just by an exploration process, and then systematically developing skills to be able to do it over time, and so forth. It's incredibly rewarding for me to be able to be a part of people's lives like that in ways that really make a difference, and week to week we can see progress. So if you have any questions, sign up for that 15-minute free consultation. We'll explore it together. If it's right, we'll move forward with it, and I look forward to it. It's such a gift for me. It's such a pleasure to be able to help people in this way. So thanks for watching, and Hopefully I will talk to you soon.